Well, we're all live now, so. I am. Oh, I forgot to add y'all's channel. Hang on one second. So many settings on Max, man.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we should be good now. Speak to us.
Oh, guide.
Yeah, we're good. Alright. How's everybody doing tonight? We hanging in there?
We're hanging.
Good, good.
We're
We're
something.
We are something.
For a thing.
We are neurodivergent in a government that's not designed for us.
Truth.
I'll be that guy. I'm gonna put the spicy and neurospicy today. But I don't know if we're like a white people spice or actual flavorful spice, but it's definitely gonna be one of the two. It might just be
Sure.
salt. Just nothing but salt and mayonnaise.
Yes, it's the pink salt that got imported. You know,
The pink
being
Himalayan
hoity-toity.
salt.
I don't even know if it's that fancy. Like we might be at like kosher salt at best. Like I think
I'm
that's
feeling very rosé flavored pink Himalayan salt today. I'm just letting you know.
yeah, and I'm just feeling. I don't even think I can make it to rosé. I think we're at like white Zinfandel or like Arbor Mist. Like whatever that pseudo wine cooler wine that like middle-aged moms drink while they're at their book club. Like I think that's the height
White
of spice for me
Zinfandel is
today.
going to be your go-to.
I think my mom's box wine is called Pink Blush. So, that's
probably.
Oh,
Ooh,
she
I'm
loves
a
her box
box
wine.
rosé.
There are some really solid box wines out there. I can't blame her.
Facts.
But we are unfortunately down a player tonight. Cat was not feeling well, so it is just the 6 of us this evening as we continue through the cave.
We'll push her character along with us.
Yeah. We ain't leaving nobody behind.
Ain't nobody left behind. Yes.
But you
ain't
guys...
nobody left is kind of terrifying.
God, I hope not.
Never have I wanted someone to finish their sentence more desperately than I wanted to finish yours in that moment. Whoo, buddy.
You guys...
Off to a great start.
You guys last time had found a body of Harold the Great in the first large cavern that you'd come to after the cave-in had happened. There were a couple of pages torn out of his book. You're not sure what's going on there, but you discovered 3 tunnels at the back of the cave that went off in different directions, and you guys picked one that smelled the freshest to you, hoping that there might be an exit. I assume everybody wants to go down said tunnel, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
The cave...
Yes.
The cave around you grows damp as you leave behind the cavern with the body of this long-dead person. The tunnel you have chosen, one of 3, was the one with the freshest air. You travel forward, hoping perhaps for a glint of sunlight or the rush of a fresh breeze. The tunnel, originally somewhat large, narrows and thins in places, but never so tight that you have to squeeze through. You do, however, begin to feel a slight breeze on your faces. Not a strong one, but a hint of hope all the same that you might one day escape this cave and not meet the same fate as Harold the Great. The tunnel opens into another cavern, though much smaller, which appears to have the setup of a room, though long untouched. The bedding is cloth, but you see that the moss that was once beneath the bedding has grown into the cloth a ways due to the moisture. There's a nook in the stone above the bed with some moldering books. What would you guys like to do?
Explore?
Harry. I think... sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to make a crack that Harry needs to get a new housekeeper.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Poor old Harold. As soon as the fresh breeze came to our faces, Zima was readjusting her hat with the veil. And once we're here, I think she's gonna go straight for the books again.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything before I start narrating that?
The only thing Buttermilk's gonna do is look to see if there are any like tracks of any animals that might have been in here.
Okay. Anything else? Anyone would do anything?
I mean,
Pockets
Ronan's
wants
gonna
to
mark the
find
wall the
the-
same way he has been, but that's
Okay.
that's it. That's all I got.
Hayes, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, Pockets wants to try to find the source of the breeze.
Okay. And Archibald, did you want to do anything in particular?
I'm blanking completely on the layout of the room. Could you please give it
Yeah,
again? I'm so sorry.
it's got, so there's a bed, there's a little book nook above the bed, which Zima is gonna go check out. That's got a few moldering books in it, and there's a couple of other like random pieces of furniture with like a cup and a bowl on it. Like basically it's pieces of stone that have been arranged to make a bedroom.
Okay. Why not check under the bed for monsters? Or monster hunters, aren't we?
All right. Why don't you go ahead and do that for me really quick? We'll start
Alright.
with that one.
This will be nice and fast.
I'm gonna pick a die.
Yeah, that's a 19.
Hey.
You find a gold coin.
Ooh.
Just one.
Heck yeah. You hear everyone else hears and make a little like little exclamation noise that could be good or could be bad, and crawls back out from under the bed like, I found gold. Awesome. Pockets it.
Huzzah!
I found money.
Mm-hmm.
Zima shakes her head disappointedly.
That is a little bit more horse you got there, bud. Good job.
Pockets.
A little bit more horse.
Give me a roll really quick. Pockets? You there, Pockets?
Oh. Yes. My thing's still spinning.
Rollin', rollin', rollin'.
20.
You
What?
very definitely find the source of the breeze. It's coming from the other side of the room. There's a tunnel that continues on deeper into the mountain.
I am questioning the infrastructure of this cave.
It's very cavey.
It's super cavey. Not cave any, but cavey.
Ronan, I will say that you have no trouble marking the wall. You don't need to roll for that. Buttermilk, what were you doing again? I'm trying to remember everybody's stuff.
I was looking for like footprints and tracks.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's right. You can tell from the way that the moss is laid out and the dust that there are no footprints, including the boot prints that you saw earlier in the upper chambers. And then Zima, we come back to you with the books. Would you give me a roll, please?
Yeah. A 5.
So most of the books are fully destroyed because of the elements in the caves, but the one on top still seems to be partially intact. It looks like maybe the mice have been chewing on it, the mold's gotten to it a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of moisture, it's a fairly damp little cave. But there are snippets left behind, scrawled in the same handwriting as the books that you guys had found before.
So it is Harold's.
Yes, it is.
She'll pick it up with as little fingers as possible and say to the room, well, it looks like Harold is writing more books. If anyone wants to read this disgusting thing.
Sure, I'll handle it.
Okay. Reaches down to Pockets.
And with the most delicate of kitty paws, opens the book.
Okay.
And if you're a cat owner, you all know cats aren't delicate for anything.
Oh.
Do you turn to a random page, or do you start at the beginning?
Let's go for a random page.
Okay, give me... Ooh, how How many things did I write out? Hold on.
I already started my roll
Give
since this takes
me
30 seconds.
your D8. Is D8 a thing? I don't know if
Yes.
D8's a thing.
It's a
Yes, it
thing.
is.
Because I wrote 8 passages.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it's used for in terms of damage, but it's a thing.
Oh,
My brain's saying
entry
monk.
8, please.
Entry 8 reads, and it's the last one that you can find in the book, so you've turned to the back portion of the book. They can never get out to the town. I will seal this cave for as long as my magic will hold it. May Martavo, Curator of Death, allow my spell to last past the time of my death, if only to buy Ederly more time. I pray his mercy will be enough. I pray I can sway him with my pleas. If any should find this journal, know I have done my best.
Well,
Spoiler
shit.
alert. Damn.
That's a little intense there, Hank. Can you maybe dial it down? Like just 2 notches? We just met.
Uh,
You mean you
maybe
mentioned
Pockets needs to
Foles?
go back a page.
Yes, if you want to start reading
A little more
backwards,
context.
it says they're everywhere now. I thought I had been keeping them contained, but, and then there's mold. It cuts off the words. You can't read them.
Of course.
Does anyone have talked to plants? So they can tell us what's underneath that writing? Or that mold spot?
It's a nice idea, but no, I
I
can't
don't
do
even
that.
think that's a thing in this one. It might be. I forget.
It could be.
It might be.
I'm
It would be a
getting
naturalist thing,
cordyceps
or a
vibes.
ranger thing, if it
Oh
was.
no.
It's. I don't know if it's a ranger thing. Let me see.
One more page back.
Okay. It says, I got bit again today, this time by a larger one. They grow so fast when you're not looking, and they seem to create more out of nowhere. I've treated the wound, but I'm running out of healing potions, and they are running out of rats.
What is he?
Okay, Harry. So go to the front of the book. Fine.
I feel like this is a Hagrid experiment gone wrong.
If
What's
you,
going on?
Or
you don't
he's
want to
real
write in
bad.
context, my guy.
Like, or he
Jeez.
never should have opened a
Pandora's
daycare.
box.
Daycare.
Fair.
Maybe.
Daycare.
So you want to go to the earliest passage now?
Just the first one, please.
Okay. I have closed the cave off to the world so I can study in isolation. It might be foolish, but I cannot turn back now. I've brought my belongings and my wealth with me, leaving my societal obligations behind. If the experiment goes badly, I will have hopefully prevented, and the page has been eaten by rats.
God damn it. This is the worst book ever.
Oh, buddy.
I'm just gonna study this for a minute. Sorry.
Do you want to read the other paragraphs that are here?
Get everything in order, please. It's
Sure. I'll skip over the ones that you'd already read at the end, unless you want me to read them again. But the second one says, I've been watching their behavior here in the cave where there is no threat to the farmers. As isolated as we are, it shouldn't be a problem, but I cannot risk. They eat everything and anything, turning to goo before changing into... They seem to consume organic items readily enough, but when the prey approaches, they go still to surprise it. One of them bit me the other day when I wasn't looking, having escaped the cave I've been keeping them in. I think it must have eaten my quill when I wasn't looking, and... In this way, they remind me of hermit crabs, though I have never seen them imitate anything so sentient. When they eat, they only get larger, never shrinking back to their earlier forms. And that's all of them.
Archie's gonna take that coin out of his pocket and just place it on the bed ever so gently.
So is there any other journals up there?
The other
'Cause
ones
I
are
have
so
no
rotted that
context.
everything's gone.
If you want just a pile of mush, then you can go finger through that mess. She points.
Blech. No, thank you.
Yeah, I
Well,
People are
from what I've
supposed to
gathered-
put information in books, right? Like that's the point of writing things, is to convey information, to share things, you know?
Correct.
Well, I suppose if it is a personal journal, then perhaps you don't really have an audience in mind.
Nah,
You know.
it's Skyrim logic. They don't give you all the information up front, so you have to figure it out yourself. And probably get in trouble yourself.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, this guy was experimenting, or I guess he was doing like a wildlife study while in the cave. He sealed himself off on purpose. So, whatever is here, like, it kind of sounds like one of those slime cube things that eat everything, but considering the context, maybe not.
The jelly squares, yeah.
Yeah, those things. Like it eats everything, but there's so much mold. I am so glad I can't actually breathe this in. Or my legs would be on fire by now.
So if he filled the cave and like died or like the spell wore off, that explains why it just suddenly showed up out of nowhere.
I guess. He wanted to study in isolation, so
I put it in the main cast chat for you guys if you wanted to read it over.
Arjun looks
thank
back down
you.
the tunnel they came from, like, yeah, how'd that work out?
well, he died, so
Okay, but do you guys remember the show Tasty in Trouble, when like they actually found one of those like things, but they diced it up to use it to make kimchi with the cave lettuce because they were highly
Yeah.
acidic, and that's actually how they ate people? I don't remember those bones looking really pitted, like acid had gotten to them. And plus, there's like a lot of moisture around here because that's where moss grows in. If we're talking about an acidic creature like running around here, then it would have eaten the moss, because moss doesn't grow in acidic environments.
yeah, that's fair.
Ronan Mariska puts a hand on your forehead to see if you have a fever. It says, "That's very intelligent. Are you feeling okay?"
Aw.
That was a very good observation. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, I worked landscaping a couple of years ago in the summer, and we had this one guy who used to complain at us because his wood chips would get moldy all the time, but he didn't realize that he had mossy, but he didn't realize that he had his sprinklers trained on that part of his garden, and then he just never listened to us about it. So we may or may not have covered his lawn in mountain lion urine and never gone back.
Ronan, I need you.
That
I
is
need
awesome.
you to be very honest with me. How did you get mountain lion urine?
The internet.
You say that
You know
like
what?
that's a normal thing to Google.
You'd be amazed.
You'd be so amazed.
So back to monsters.
Monsters, yes. So they
many of you have these disgusting stories that I wish I had never heard. First the hyenas and their shit, and now this.
well, I mean, I spend a lot of time in my room. Anyway,
So what kind of water-based creatures are there that would bite people a lot? Because like out of game, we're not seeing a lot of moisture around, are we?
The cave walls are a little bit damp, but nothing that would be particularly water-based. You're not seeing like a creek or anything like that.
And there's no like rivulets. It's just like cave damp.
I mean,
like
there's
we feel
a
like
little
we're in a
bit
basement.
of them. Yeah, if you've ever been spelunking, which is the fancy word for going inside of a cave and climbing around, basically it's your standard. When you get down low enough, there's some water, but not like ponds of it or anything like that. There's not
Right.
decent puddles
And
or anything.
usually when you hit those levels, you don't also get moss. So that's the aberration is what I'm trying to confirm.
The cave that you were in the last place did have some light sources up above, but not within reach.
The only thing I can think of is like cave scorpions, which are actually kind of like spiders, I think. But
It describes them as goo.
Yes. They turn into goo and then something else.
right.
Like a
Giant
hermit
man-eating
crab.
caterpillars.
Mm,
Mm. Caterpillars do turn into goo in order to turn into the next phase. So that
And
I mean,
they eat a lot, so they'd probably bite him a lot, especially if they were giant.
like the hungry caterpillar.
oh,
Yeah. I mean,
ooh, ooh.
although caterpillars really need light, so they're probably moths.
Mm.
I
So
didn't
the
see
hungry
any,
mothapillar.
didn't see any cocoons or anything like that, but maybe they eat them? I don't know.
Let's see. They remind him of hermit crabs. So
Aren't
kind
you
of
just
like well,
side-eyeing that
So-
coin on the bed? Like,
Do you want to make a roll?
yes,
Give me a roll.
so maybe
10.
Nothing happens.
maybe they're like snails, you know, like acidic snails that have shells.
And turn into moths.
Maybe not the moth.
Because it being fairly damp and mossy, it would be kind of ideal for a snail, right?
Maybe it's just moss. Maybe it's just Moss Man.
That I would believe, actually. I mean, why not? I mean,
As long as it's
cool,
not a
it's damp.
mimic.
Yeah, mimics are. Yeah, those are awful.
They're not good.
Do we think maybe this creature can, maybe it's like a hermit crab in that it can retreat into a shell or a hiding place of some kind?
I would bet on that.
What if they look like stones?
Oh shit.
Looks around the room at the stone furniture distrustfully.
What if they are like snails, but like they're giant because they've eaten all of the things? So now they just like live in this cave like it's their shell.
Oh, that would be existential. Or maybe they eat the moss along with everything else?
No, it said they were running out of rats, which implies that they eat meat.
Ooh. Which means that they can graduate to bigger things.
What if they're lobsters? And you just see this look on Buttermilk's face as she's just thinking about food.
Delicious.
Like she's giving you guys suggestions, and it's all food based.
I mean, kind of going back to the crab thing. So yeah, makes sense. And lobsters are bottom feeders technically. So
I rolled a 5 on Ronan's attention span, so he's gonna wander away from this conversation and start looking at the walls and maybe poke his head down that tunnel a little bit.
Yeah, I mean the tunnel wanders on a ways, so you can't really see anything from the door frame, but
It's just gonna take a step out in the tunnel with the torch and just kind of wave it around out there and see if he can see anything. And then if he can't, he's gonna take another step into the hall, wave the torch around, and maybe another step in the hall.
Guys, we are
Now that he's
losing
found
Ronan really
starting-
fast.
something else
to
to do. Ronan rolled a 19 on new hyperfixation, so Ronan's just gonna start going down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Guys, we're losing him.
Oh,
It is probably most important to get out because it was said that walking while saying this, talking while saying this, it probably is important that there was a thing in the journal that said that one of them had gotten out, so it might be most important to warn the village.
probably.
Thus, get out of here.
Good point. Good point.
Hey, do you guys see this sweet cave?
Bless it. Hold up, Ronan.
This
We'll
has
catch
to
up.
be an act.
Pick
I
up
don't
the
know
phone,
anymore.
maybe.
It has to be
I-
hiding
kinda-
something.
It's so consistent it can't be, can it?
There's something
Buttermilk
fishy
just
here.
shakes her head, like
So
stands up, kind of like dusts her like knees off because she'd like had gotten low, and she's like, "I don't know anymore," and she just walks out and follows Ronan.
Yeah, I mean, it
we-
seems to be, you keep coming to, like, you come to another cave, and this one seems less lived in than the last one did, for sure.
Oh, maybe this was a storage room. They got munched. And lunched.
Is there like a clear path? Is there only one entrance into the area that we're in now? Like, does it go any further?
Give me a
Or is
roll
this
really
like
quick.
a 16?
Yes, it does. You see on the other end, another tunnel that continues onward.
So is this just like a giant cave? Is there anything else in here, or is it just a giant
It is
cave?
definitely leading you what you assume is further into the mountain. But you're just looking, hopefully, for some, escape.
Escape.
Could I roll for observation?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Threats.
Threats. Okay.
Shenanigans.
A
Or
knife!
movement.
No!
Give me another roll.
Okay. Yeah. The fidget dice. Spins round and round. I knew this would take too long.
It does build the Antissa.
Gary?
I see what you did there. People still get mad at me for that TikTok. Anyway. So, the,
Oh, 10.
nice.
You don't see any particular threats that you are immediately drawn to.
Do we still get the fresh air vibe from the tunnel?
From the cave that you're in, or from the tunnel across the room?
From the way out. Like, we originally found this tunnel because it was a source of fresher air.
Right.
Is that, like, is this cavern the freshest air? Or is there
It's
more
definitely-
fresher air elsewhere?
It's definitely fresher than the ones in the past couple of rooms.
Is there fresher
be.
air still coming from the tunnel that leads onwards?
No, there is not.
Okay. Cool.
Whiskers are appointed.
Mm-hmm. What do y'all want to do?
Let's see. How many? Let's see. There's one opening going forward, or is there
That
multiple?
you guys saw, yeah.
Okay. Do we want to keep going forward?
I would like to, because the only way is forward.
Fair.
Sorry, I was only hesitating. I was looking at things I could do to see if it was anything helpful, and most of mine involves death, so no, not necessarily.
I mean, that would
Fair.
feasibly solve our problem.
I
Just
mean,
saying.
If we died?
Yeah. We wouldn't have to worry about being in the cave anymore. We'd be solid.
I mean, it solves a problem. Just not probably the one we want right now.
We won't have any more problems after that. That's what I'm
Facts.
getting at there. Well, that's not bad. That's an 18 for Ronan to remember the National Geographic documentary about the guy who got stuck in a tunnel while spelunking. He's gonna look around and see if there's like a change in elevation from the previous room, if there's like crags or cracks in the walls that could potentially lead outside.
Okay.
Because he's not sure why the air in here is better than the air either closer to the door or further ahead in the tunnel, because it doesn't make a lot of sense to his tiny little walnut brain.
Okay. Would you give me a roll to help you follow the breeze?
That's a 16.
You are
yeah.
able to pinpoint there appears to be a crevice up in the ceiling.
Ronan's just going to point up. I found it.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh,
Can we
Archie.
tell how wide the crevice is?
It's a decent sized crevice. Like, you guys could
Do you
fit through
want
it.
this? Oh.
It looks like there are
Ar-
trees above it, from what little you can see through it from your vantage point.
You could go bat and go up with a rope or something, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Or
So-
maybe a bird.
Are we gonna not try to figure out why this cave is here and then just leave?
Well, I mean, I'd like a quick escape route if possible, in case something chases us.
Hmm.
But I'm okay with furthering the exploration, at least to figure out what kind of critter we're dealing with.
Yeah,
But,
actually,
you know-
would you guys pick one of your players to give me a roll really quick?
I can do it. A 14?
Directly under the crevice is a large pile of gold coins.
That's
Takes the coin out of his
just
pocket again. Actually, Archie's gonna take that gold coin out of his pocket and huck it hard against the pile that's under the crevice.
Okay. Do you want to give me a roll really quick?
Or
I'm gonna go ahead and
that's a 10.
already.
You missed the pile, but it is in that direction.
It probably went keep and off the pile, maybe.
Not gonna harm your own kind, I see. Narrows his eyes at it.
A couple coins cascaded down the hill. Cascaded. Yeah. I can
How
English.
high is the crevice? Like up
It's-
from where we're at?
I'm gonna say like 16, 20 feet.
Oh, okay.
So like, I'm guessing like gymnasium height size cave we're talking. I don't know
16,
how
20
tall
feet is
gymnasiums are.
accurate. About 16, 20 feet.
Yeah.
16 and
I'm
20 feet
guesstimating.
high?
That's what my brain handed me. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. A 2-story building is usually between 16 and 20 feet high.
Ah, very good. I grew up trying to judge the height of buildings based on the height of the T-Rex in Jurassic Park 2 when they get back to land. Because the
I mean,
T-Rex is
fair.
looking in the second story window. So
Amazing.
I love that.
1 T-Rex
I
tall
love it.
is the answer.
My best friend's
Amazing.
parents are realtors, so I learned a lot about like heights when they were like remodeling stuff.
Hmm.
So
The 1 T-Rex is a valid point of measurement, I think.
very valid.
So my attack myth on the
Yes,
person
it did.
right before me.
You missed the pile of coins with your 10.
So if we want to get out, I could try tying this here magic rope to this here arrow and shooting it up, and hopefully that secures enough that we could climb up the rope. And we could leave it here in the event that we need to run back down that hallway and into this cave, and we can scootle out up the ladder off the rope.
Yes. I mean, I would agree with that.
What do y'all think?
Okay.
Buttermilk's
Sounds
going to
like a good deal.
attempt to do this. Because the rope, I have magic rope. It's like 50 feet.
Yeah, it is.
So that's why I was asking.
You guys, I think you also bought an extra length of rope while you were in the general store in town, as I recall.
Yes. Here we go. We're going to try this. That's an 8. That's an 8.
Your arrow, tied with the rope, falls short, and unfortunately lands very near that pile of gold coins.
Can we?
Could we just
can
like
pull-
tug it back from the
the
rope? Gently.
Come back and try again.
make a skein of rope?
Archie is like locked onto that pile. Like, I know you motherfuckers are gonna move the second I look away, and I'm looking away.
We don't trust the situation.
I'm
Because of
gonna say
tasting
that
trouble.
since Ruby is not here, Ruby takes the time to take the gold coins she had taken out of her purse. Because I think she picked up 31, as I recall. I think Buttermilk
you
had picked
are-
up some too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You're
what it
presuming
was.
that Ruby is giving up 31 gold right now instead of being fascinated with the one right there?
That's fair. We can clarify at the beginning of the next session to see what Ruby did with
I'm
it.
mostly joking. I'm mostly joking.
But
I think I can keep my 5 because they were just on Harry.
It was you. Somebody had picked
and
up
not
5. I
part
couldn't
of-
remember.
I picked up
was-
some in the other cave, but I think it was only like 6 gold.
Yeah, you hadn't picked up any.
I don't believe I collected any.
So is the arrow stuck into the wall near the gold coins, or is this something that I could like potentially?
No, it's just loose.
kind of, like-
You missed,
Okay.
so it didn't hit anything.
I'm gonna very carefully try to like pull it back. See if I can try again.
Okay. Give me a
'Cause
roll.
We all saw that trap.
17.
Yeah,
That's more
you're
like it.
successful. You were able to pull back your arrow, no problem. Rope still attached.
Yay! Nice. I didn't anger anything. It's clearly a mimic of gold coins. I'm gonna try again.
Or
Let's try
or
this.
the cave manifested the gold to
Nope.
lure us.
That was a 2.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm a bad archer.
Once again,
Better with
Oh,
a
God.
label.
you miss, and this time it is even closer to that gold coin pile.
I mean, I also have a bow and arrow, but since this is all just chance with like rolling a d20, I don't know if it's worth me trying instead. You know what I mean?
See if I can pull it back. Oh, that was a
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, you're still able to.
Wonderful. I'm going to hope and pray that a third time's a charm.
Mm.
And try this one more time. After that, I'm not doing it again.
Buttermilk.
19.
There
Yes,
we
you are.
go.
You are successfully able to lodge the arrow in what you assume is probably one of the trees above.
Nice. Perfect. She gives a little tug.
Yay!
Good to go.
Huzzah! Okay.
Now,
Quick
y'all want
escape.
to climb up the rope? You want to go down the tunnel?
Down the
I'll go with
tunnel.
them.
All right. Well, let's get on up then.
Hey, Ronan, we can mosey.
Ronan looks like he is thinking about stuff.
You okay, buddy?
He's plotting, and I know it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that episode of Tasty in Trouble with the coin bugs.
I saw that
Oh,
episode. It's been a minute.
I remember. They were left behind because the main characters didn't need the gold. They were thinking that the gold could be used for like funerals or something, I think. And then another team came in and were killed off by bugs.
Well, they beat them with like, it was like this weird concoction of stuff. But I feel like they made like, I don't know,
Ice cream
ant poison.
or ant poison. Huh.
I don't know that we have the stuff to do that here, but Ronan kind of stares at the pile of creatures, and I'd like to use size up.
Okay. Can you read that off for us?
You know,
As long as I click into the right character, sure can. You evaluate the capabilities of a nearby creature or group of creatures. The guide will give you useful insight into their capabilities, strengths, vulnerabilities, and/or resistances. At a minimum, you will receive an accurate assessment from the guide about whether they would pose a fair fight. The guide will deliver this information to you narratively. For example, they might say you notice a giant spider flinching at the sight of your torch, rather than telling you it is vulnerable to fire damage.
Okay. Let me click into that myself. Hang on 1 second. Check on things.
I also have size up.
Yeah, you guys are both fighters.
I'm well. You can go ahead. Mine's going to be.
Well, hang on 1 second. I
Rolling
need to
for a
close my
while.
door. My brother's playing music and it's loud. Oh.
I realized through the scene Archie is pulling a Ronin because he's not taking his eyes off that pile of coins.
Are you
He's
counting them?
every coin.
He is accepting influence from others.
Just to make sure that none of them have moved?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. May he have the joy of my cat getting mad that the door is closed now. So, rather than... Oh, I have to deliver it narratively. Okay, so you see this pile of gold coins, obviously, and you guys have identified it already as being a threat. You're not sure how deep the pile of coins are, but they're all fairly small. So, presumably, you could take them between the 7 of you.
I rolled a 10, by the
In
way.
a fight?
No, size up.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Ronan has seen enough zombie movies to know that it doesn't matter how small they are or how fast they move.
I don't think I can lie to you with this move. It doesn't say that I can do that. So, I'm giving you an accurate assessment from the guide. You guys could take them. You may take damage, obviously, because they are enemies, and there are quite a few of them. But if it was the pile of coins versus you guys, you would win. But I will say that based on what you have observed, it does not look like that they can climb very well. Because
That's why it's pile under the crevice.
That if they could climb out of this cave, they would have done so already.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Mm,
so
mm.
we're climbing. Is that the plan?
There's
we're
the
doing?
coins. They want us to leave. So everybody that has coins, they're probably bugs wanting to leave the cave. Just saying.
Well, do my coins count? I got them off of Harry. Did Harry have good coins or bad coins?
Is there a way
Is
we
there a
can
way to find
tell?
out?
Maybe I could take
What
one of the
noise
coins from.
did the coin make when Archie threw it?
More of a thunk than a ping.
Was it a metal sound?
No.
Or was it an organic sound? Okay. Just throw them. Throw them against the wall. Or throw them on the ground. If they sound like a coin, you can keep them. If they don't, then they're bugs.
But away from the pile, of course.
Or flip
Really
it.
want money. Okay. Zima throws the 5 gold at the wall.
You hear 3 thunks and 2 pings. Also, give me a
One of those
roll.
is just money.
Give me, yeah,
So the rope's over here, right?
15.
Did they turn your other money into bugs?
One of the coins shrieks.
What? Excuse me?
Ronan drops his torch into the middle of the pile of bugs.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Oh boy!
What'd you get?
Was that
No.
Would you
Oh,
is that
no.
a big is that a
Oh,
big
no.
Is
kid
that a
number
1
now?
or a nat 20?
It's a nat 20!
Oh,
All right.
You immediately hear shrieking from the pile of coins as these coins begin to kind of ooze out of their forms and scatter around the room.
Oh!
Scatter as in like a scrambly hand and feet roughly made, or like slithery, or...
Like a
Skitter.
Ditto from Pokemon.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah!
They're oozing
Like
around.
some-
Genuine goo.
Move the
Yeah.
fridge. Ronan's gonna grab the other torch, light it off of the flaming bug pile, and start swinging like... He clearly thinks it's some sort of, like, sword form. Like, he's, like, in his brain, he is full, like, samurai, like, Final Fantasy, whatever, like, sword art, online, master protagonist. But it's not actually that in real life. It
He's
looks
weird.
like some
Random
trip
flailing.
pant wearing hot topic kid at a Ren fair who just got their first pirate sword. And I'm gonna use wild attack. And that's a 12 on the die.
Okay. You are able to hit about 3 of them, but you have a great time doing it.
Excellent.
Just
those
let some
bugs
maniacal
those
laughter.
bugs all take double damage.
Great. You
'Cause
see
that-
them kind of shrivel and like burn up at the point of your torch.
Well, they better be doing it twice as fast as the other bugs. That's all I'm saying.
The ones that you hit
I
did.
put a lot of-
yes.
I put a lot of spoons into that description.
Would all of you roll
So-
initiative for me really quick?
Of course.
You. What was my 15? Oh, right. It was to hear the screaming, right?
Yeah. Did you want to go get the 2 coins that you dropped that were real, or do you want to just leave all of them?
I mean,
no. Let's deal with
at
initiative
this point,
first.
okay.
I got a
4.
17.
I got an 18.
I too got a 4.
I got a 2.
Okay, so that means that
No!
Archibald is going first.
I have no idea what to do.
And we're gonna do popcorn initiative because I think that went really well last time. So
Oh man, like I have any
I would
idea what to do in a
also
combat
like you all to
situation.
roll when you are on your turn for observation skills.
So do you want me to roll for that now?
Yes, please.
Go for it.
Observation hockey, go! Holy shit, it's a 19.
That's some
You
good
immediately
observation
see
hacking.
some coins that have tucked themselves under rocks.
Oh no, you don't. Okay, so we've just so I'm clear on what's happening.
Yes.
I've seen some coins skitter under a rock. These are clearly like bug-like or slime-like.
They are slime-like until they are still.
Slime-like until they are still. Okay. I have no fucking fire moves.
Your
have
options
hooves.
per turn, aside from rolling for observation for me, is that you. Oh, what was I going to say? You can move and you can use an action like a move, or you can make an attack with one of your weapons or whatnot.
I do have a short sword, so I suppose I'll make an attack on one of these things. But I want to be very clear. It's very Lucille Ball. I just saw a mouse skitter across in front of me.
Yeah, give me a roll.
Oh boy. 18.
You successfully hit one of the coin. Or I'll say I'll let you hit all three of the coins that had skittered under the rock that you were looking under, killing all of them.
Woo!
Lucille would be proud.
His eyes are closed. I don't know how that happened, but
You rolled an
His eyes are
18.
closed.
That's how that happened.
his eyes were closed. He was clearly startled and scared, and kind of swinging wildly in a very cartoonish fashion, and failed successfully. I think that's gonna be it for him, though.
Okay.
Would anyone like to go, Dex, or have something in mind they want to do? Okay, hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 5.
You can also pick
Dang
Mariska.
it.
Or the monsters.
I just rolled a d6 to help me too, so that is Mel.
God damn it. I was
All right.
really excited about Rhoda going last. Let's see.
I can
What do
pick someone else.
What do we got? No, it's fine. Let's see.
Please roll for observation for me as well.
Right. Let's start with that. That's a 3.
No. Okay.
Oh, buddy, no. He super got carried away with the swinging.
I mean, yeah,
Still working on the combo.
my brain did, right?
Like if you swish it fast enough, you'll write your name.
Sorry.
Okay, so Rodin's gonna slow down the amount of ridiculous flailing. And he's gonna be like, you let one ant stand up to us, and they all might stand up. These puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. If they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. And he's gonna cast Valiant Soliloquy with that speech from a bug's life.
Oh my god! As soon as you started.
Yeah, so everybody gets the option to redo their next roll.
Oh,
which
cool.
will likely be your observation roll as things are going in this fight, I'm sorry to say.
And that is, I mean, unless you choose to take your attack first. So,
That's true.
congratulations, have more decision paralysis. I love you all. That's my turn.
Appreciate
You
you,
have to
buddy.
nominate someone, right? Yeah.
You do have to nominate someone.
Oh man,
You can nominate any of the players aside from Archie.
Mariska. We'll
Mariska?
throw it to Mariska,
Uh,
who would probably get all of those references because
oh no, I don't have them in the right folder on my computer.
Amongst Us didn't have any songs in it.
Mariska is going to cast, I think it's Force Field, and customize it so that only you guys can get through, and not the coins.
amazing.
So he's created a safe zone, and, yeah, he's created a safe zone.
King, we stand.
Would anyone in particular like to go next?
I can. I don't have anything special planned, but I could if no one else wants to. But maybe
Okay.
Hayes does.
Let's see. I have counterattack and wild attack. That would be somewhat useful towards bugs.
Counterattack would be if they had attacked you, so you have to wait till
fair.
they do an attack on you. Would you give
They're
me an
all free.
observation roll, please?
I am going to roll it, for a faster result.
Good play.
I mean, I love my fidget wheel, but it's
I
slow.
think that will be really useful for your character in Digitized Heroes, the main campaign, because you
for
can
sure.
start making a statement where you're waiting on getting back a response, and then roll to see how well it did. Because I think Briar is more cautioned in his speech than Pockets.
Yes, Pockets is a little bit more
Out of pocket?
You're hired.
Actually, yes,
Amazing.
Eddie, you beautiful human. Mwah! Okay,
Oh,
so I rolled a 3 for observation.
Roll the what?
I rolled a 3.
Okay, do you want to use your reroll
You
from
can
Valiant
re-roll
Soliloquy?
it.
Absolutely, I'm re-rolling.
Very good.
Oh no, it was cocked. Hang on. I need a freaking flashlight in order to see it. I'll be damned, it's a 3 again.
You don't see any particular coins around you.
Okay, so Pockets is going to be daring. As per usual, is the brand. Pockets being out of pocket. I am so coining that and stealing that. Thank you. Not even gonna bother with a weapon per se. They're just gonna start. I would say tap dancing, but it's more of stomping randomly, like flamenco style.
The other thing you can do is, if you want to, you could ready an action.
Oh, that's fair.
Just because you can't see anything, so you could declare that you're going to do something when something happens.
Right.
Counterattack not included, because that one you can use whenever, so you don't need to prepare that one.
Okay, so with that in mind, she may inch towards the edge of the boundary, but will prepare the toesies.
Okay.
I suppose.
In case they
To
show
ready.
up. In that case, I will allow
Just
you, if they attack you, to roll to avoid them, and if not, then obviously you can use counterattack.
Okay.
And actually, I am just realizing that it is 9 o'clock. How are you guys doing? Do you want to take a bathroom break?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yes,
cool. And then when we come back, we can either have the critters go, or we can have Eddie go, or Buttermilk go.
Go
Okay,
team.
I don't think Buttermilk went, right?
Yeah.
I have not gone yet. No.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, we'll be back in about 15 minutes then, guys.
Alrighty.
Woo!
Bye. For now.
All right, we are back.
Interesting.
So,
We're back into the fray.
Uh,
The squishy fray.
who do we want to go next? Oh, actually, I think Pockets gets. Who went last? Was it Pockets? No, it was Mariska.
was
It was
Mariska.
Mariska that went last.
Who is Mariska?
Yes.
Who wants to go next? Do we want to have the monsters go, or do we want to have Buttermilk?
Let's have the
or
monsters go.
The monsters?
Well, now that we're all in a force field, maybe the monsters should go.
They can
Okay.
try.
Well, a couple of you. Actually, give me a roll to see if you're in the force field or not.
Oh,
Oh,
fair.
shit.
Oh,
That's a 15.
Fuck.
You're in the force
Oh, I
field.
got a 5. I'm nowhere near
You are
it.
not in the
that's an
force
18.
field. You got a 19?
An 18.
18. You're good.
12?
So maybe the monsters don't go next. I'm just kidding.
I will say that you are near the force field, but not in it.
With a 5? That's very
No.
generous. Thank you.
Ronan got a 12.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you're not in it. I'm sorry, Zuma. And Pockets, what did you get?
Oh no, I got a 4.
You're outside of it too.
I am outside.
So
no.
Buttermilk and Archibald are inside the force field. Zima, Ronan, and Pockets are outside the force field. Ronan is closer to it though with his 12. Why make a face?
Why wouldn't I? Something happened. I didn't like it. I made a stinky face because I thought it was stinky.
Okay, so do we want the monsters to go, or do you guys want to go?
No, I don't want the monsters to go ever.
Hayes is doing an interesting sort of thinking motion, and I think that they might have something up their sleeve.
Actually, I have a canker sore in my lip, and it's.
I was
biting
saying,
my
I'm so
tongue.
sorry.
That's going on the outtake reel.
Let the
Absolutely.
monsters go. I deserve it. Bring them on my way.
Wow.
Okay. So you see about 10 little globs of gold coins come out. Let me do one more thing. One of them bites Mariska on the ankle because Mariska rolled a 4 on his observation check. So there are a couple of gold coins inside, and one of them bites him, dealing him 1 damage.
Oh my god.
Rude.
Oh no.
But otherwise, you guys are safe because
Rude.
I rolled a 10. There are some now out in the open. They don't seem to move very far, just for observation points.
They got tiny little bug legs.
Who would like to go next?
They're also slinking yet skittering. So
There's some sort of intricate choreography
I mean, dude in
that they're trying to do.
Harold the Great said they reminded him of hermit crabs, so
they
more like a slimy moving around and then going back to coin.
I'll go next.
This is almost unsportsmanlike.
Unscripted. Technical foul,
Right.
holding on the bug coins, 5-yard penalty, home team, first down. That was all the football I have in me summoned at once. You're
Appreciate
welcome.
you.
That was impressive.
I
really
dated
was.
a Division II coach for like 10 years, and that's all I got.
Okay,
They don't say technical foul.
What?
They don't say technical.
No, it was holding.
Buttermilk.
I
What
got
would
a
you?
15 for my observation.
Yeah. Okay. Then obviously you can see the coins that have slunk out with no problem, but you also see a few that are hiding in the wings, including a couple that are inside of the bubble with you.
Okay. A question.
Yes.
What about the 6 coins that Buttermilk picked up? They're in her pocket.
I am gonna say that because they are in a container, they can't get at you, but you feel them moving.
I was gonna feel like the worst.
Resist, like the instant urge to just smack the hell out of her pockets.
Ew.
Are they just in her pockets, or does she have them in like a coin purse?
Like, no, she has like, because she picked him up off the ground, like she's wearing an apron, so it's like in one of her apron pockets.
Oh, okay. Give me a second then. No, you're good. They didn't climb out, but you feel them moving around.
Okay, yeah, she's going to smack the hell out of herself. Like, she's just gonna smack him.
Okay, give me a check roll.
Do. That's a 10.
So 10 is like the border of failure. So I'm gonna say that you knock a couple of them out of your pocket, but manage to kill one.
Okay, cool.
Because you have 6 total in your pocket. So
all
slime
6 of
seeps
them
through your
were
pocket.
creatures. Nice. Cool.
yeah, no, all of the coins that you guys picked up were critters. With the exception of the ones on the Harry the Great's body, who are in the process of being potentially changed over.
No, I shouldn't have thrown the money.
Just throwing your money into the wind.
Edgar, I believe it is your turn. What would you like Zima to do?
Do I make an observation roll?
Yes. And you
Okay.
can re-roll it if you roll low, because you do still have your roll.
All
from
right. All right, that was a 10. Let's see if I can do better.
Oh, I forgot about that.
We're going with 10.
Okay. You got roughly the same as what Buttermilk did. So you see, the coins that are already out there, as well as like a couple of ones that you can kind of see under things, but they're further away from you.
Okay. Zima is going to gracefully take off the glove that she was wearing, revealing these really long and sharp manicured. Yeah, I wanted to say manicured, and I was like, that cannot be it. Thank you. That word, beautiful nails, well tended to.
Manicured, yes.
And is going to use a claw strike at I don't know how many I would be able to hit with a strike. Would it just be the one, probably, or?
Give me a roll really quick.
There. 5.
Yeah, there's probably just one. You can hit one at a time because they're kind of spread out.
Cool. All right, yeah, I guess I'll just go for whoever's closest to me.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Bugs.
Hang on, let me pull up the text. Do you have to roll for that?
They say this is basically an unarmed attack.
Okay, then yes, you would need to roll.
But it deals like 2 damage if that matters.
Yes. So normally with unarmed attacks usually deal 1 damage. So you are dealing essentially what you would be with a weapon.
Cool, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Oh my god, it's a 3.
It moves.
I took too long getting my glove off in a sexy way.
It skitters around you and avoids you.
All glamour comes with a cost.
Do you want to
I'm
move
going to
because
tell
you have
you
not used
something.
your movement yet?
Is there like a clear path to the little force field?
Yeah, you
could
can
I get
back
through
there.
it?
Yeah, so
Okay.
Mariska made it so that you guys could get through, but nothing else could. That was physical.
Understood. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess I'll make my way over there.
Okay, sounds good.
Stomping on any that I can on the way, I guess.
Hey, Pockets. Give me a roll really quick.
Oh
I don't like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Ronan, can you give me a roll as well, please?
There's no reason for that.
I got a 12.
Okay.
So I I don't trust it. No.
That's a 2 on the die?
Oh no.
No.
Pockets, you are able to dodge as a larger rock oozes out from a crevice and tries to attack you. Ronan, you are not so lucky, and you take 2 points of damage.
That
I knew it was the rocks. I knew it was the rocks. I called it.
These are significantly larger than the coins.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Oh no.
my hoopies are not big enough for this.
And now we're back at the top of the order. Who wants to? I guess. Who wants to go first?
I could go first.
Pockets goes first.
Since a rock attacked Ronan, could I counter that one?
No, it has to attack you, I believe.
It has to be me. Okay.
I think so. Let me reread the text, but I will check. Yeah, it says when an enemy within reach rolls a tough choice or worse in a basic attack against you, you parry their attack and take no damage. So it would have to be you.
I also have intersect. Could I roll
Yes!
if I could intercept
You-
that?
You could use intercept.
Because I didn't think of that in the moment, but I thought
Yeah,
it
and
now.
that wouldn't even be your turn. It would just be an intercept move to try to prevent Ronan from taking damage.
Do I need a roll for that?
When you intercept the attacker immediately becomes affected by your provoke ability. It says the NPC makes their attack on you instead, so you would take 2 points of damage instead of Ronan.
Oh, okay. So to save Ronan's majestic face.
More like Ronan's
And-
majestic ankles, but yes.
There's also that.
They're very
Pockets-
shapely.
They are majestic. So being true to cat nature, winds up a hand and swats at the rock since it moved. And they were already dodging, so may as well go. It's not. They're not armed yet, except for their
Repeats.
cat pots. Yes, pots, paws. Yes, claws. Yes.
Okay. So wait,
Sorry.
just to clarify, are you taking the 2 damage for Ronan, or are you just attacking as your next turn?
Yeah, I'll take the damage.
Okay. Ronan, you do not take 2 damage. Pockets takes it instead. And then it is now your turn.
Ace pocket.
What would you like to do on your turn? And would you give me an observation roll?
Yes, observation roll first. A 9. That stung, so it's distracting, I guess.
Okay.
Let's see.
You're more tuned in on the rocks in front of you than looking around for where the little gold coins are, I think, at the moment.
Yes. Would summon the would wait, that's I know summon the blood is a healing act, but that's probably not helpful. I think that's a non-combatant move. So
yeah,
I will
regrouping is basically a short rest in this system, so that would be in
Right.
a time of peace, not in the middle of a fight, unfortunately.
Right. So since rocks are coming at us now, Pockets is going to draw their cutlass and try a wild attack.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll. And describe a signature style for your attack. What it looks like when you make it.
Okay. I got a 20.
Nice.
Nice.
So that means that you deal quadruple damage.
Yes. So Pockets is going to tap into their inner Jedi. The cutlass at shoulder height, aimed, brow furrowed, and focused, and goes in like swinging a bat, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps deflecting with the broadside of the blade. Otherwise, they will anticipate that that's going to shatter it. So,
Yeah. And you aim pure and true as you pierce through this stone, which normally should not, allow a sword to penetrate it, but it is not, in fact, an actual rock, and it slices cleanly through it, rendering this creature dead.
Dead, yay.
Is it green slime?
No, they're kind of pink.
Oh, pink slime. Neat.
Chicken nuggets.
You will notice as the transformation that it has undergone to imitate this rock fades, it does kind of just turn back into goo and kind of rest on the floor in a puddle of goo.
Probably for good measure, a hearty tap with the foot.
Yeah, and did you want to move as well as part of your turn?
Yes. Pockets will advance more towards what they perceive as the threat coming towards them, I guess.
I mean, the threat's kind of like right in front of you because you have the two stones.
Well, fair.
Actually, question, were you attacking the stone that originally attacked you, or were you attacking the stone that was attacking Ronan originally?
I don't have my coin with me.
Decide.
The one that attacked Ronan.
Okay, cool. And who would you like to go next?
Mariska?
Sure, you can pick Mariska.
Yes.
Mariska moves still within the barrier. He's staying within his barrier, because he is well aware that he is a wizard and therefore somewhat squishy. But he steps back and stabs the coin that had bitten him. He goes, "Take that, you little piece of shit," and just stabs it with a dagger that he had on him.
Good on you, bud.
Yep, and that's his whole turn. Would anyone else like to go? Actually, Mariska's not observant tonight.
Oh dear.
He rolled a
Can't
3.
be everything all the time. I'll go next if
Okay. Unless you want
everyone's
the
okay
coins
with
to
that.
go.
No objections.
Coins and stones. I got coins and stones left.
Coins and stones.
Johnny Rocks.
Yeah, I'll go next if everyone's okay with
Yeah.
that, or if where do we want the monsters to go? Okay, so observation, hockey, go. Oh, that's a 6.
Nice. You don't see anything.
Nope.
The ones that are out in the open you can still see, but you don't see anybody unusual lurking in corners.
So, really quick, what is out in the open?
So there is
I'm not like doing something.
one stone in front of Pockets that is still alive and has not taken any damage. Buttermilk has 5 coins within the barrier with you, and then there are about 10 coins that have come out from under crevices and things to come move in to attack.
Oh, did my attack
Okay.
not kill one of them?
Oh yeah, it did. I'm sorry. So there are 9 out in the open.
9 out in the open? Okay.
My contribution.
Then I have a follow-up question, because the shapeshifting ability is between a mouse and a horse size-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Would you quantify a bull within that range?
A bull?
A bull.
I think a bull would be bigger than a horse. They are pretty large animals.
Dang it. Dang it. Okay, so
Because horses are tall and long, but kind of skinny. Bulls are tall and long and not skinny. Having been in the FFA and cuddled them before, because they can be very sweet, they are large.
Made them the thick boys.
I joined because the food was good. And my friend ran the club, so.
I want to do some. I was gonna turn into a bull and just like bull rush the rock to see if I could gore it.
You.
Um.
Or wait a minute. There's cows that are bred to be smaller, like house cows.
House cows.
It's legit though.
It's
What
a
a
good
ram?
idea, but I don't think it would have
Edgar
the size to go
Highland
against that
cow?
rock.
Edgar had a good suggestion. Edgar suggested maybe a ram.
That was actually my next guess. Was I was gonna go with a.
Yeah, you
I told him to
absolutely
go
could
for
do
it.
a ram.
Yep. So I'm gonna spend the 2 HP to shapeshift into a ram,
Ma ram you.
and that's using a move though. So does that take up my stuff, or
Yes, it
if I'm-
would.
okay?
But you do still have your movement.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna move through those coins, and if I trample some along the way,
Yeah. Give me a roll really quick.
It was almost an 18, but it's a 4.
You
Do I
know,
still have my reroll,
you
though?
don't hit any. I'm sorry.
Do I still have a reroll?
No, I think you had to
Dang
use it
it.
on your next roll, unfortunately. So I think
Nah.
you're good.
Okay.
And who would you like to
That's
nominate
fair.
to go next?
I will nominate Buttermilk. Your turn. Have fun.
Oh, of course. Well, that was a horrible observation. That was a 2. I
You
can't see nothing.
You got the 5 that were in your pockets and the 9 that are outside the barrier and the stone. You got the same vantage that your other friends kind of did.
I'm going to address the immediate problem and smack myself again.
Okay. Give me your roll. Don't roll a natural 1, I beg of you.
17.
I'm gonna say that you were able to squish 3 of the coins. And you are very aware that your pocket is now full of goo.
Ew. Wait a minute, goo.
Okra soup?
For Jan?
Can she reach in? She's going to reach into one of her other pockets and pull out like a little, like what looks like a small little like container, and just like scoop some of it up and turn it and put it back in her pocket.
Sounds good. Who would you like to nominate to go next?
Mal. Ronan.
Ronan. I guess Ronan's gonna take a swipe at the rock.
Okay. Did you want to
With
use any
a-
particular moves or just?
No, but I did get a 17 perception.
Okay, very good. You can see that there's other coins further along the room that are still hiding. They're not coming out yet.
Okay.
And if there are rocks, you don't necessarily see them, but there obviously could be.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna take a swipe at the rock.
Okay.
Just normal, regular, plain old 16.
Yeah, you hit, and you do 2 damage. No problem at all. The rock dies. It like its
Excellent.
friend, dissolves into goo.
And then movement is gonna be getting into the force field.
Okay, sounds good.
And Ronan's gonna shout at Buttermilk, try hitting him with salt. Like a slug.
Pre-seasoning.
Tenderize that shit.
Buttermilk just smiles.
And then I don't know who's still gotta go. Just bugs.
Have
Right?
the creatures gone?
I don't
I
know if
haven't
the
gone.
creatures have gone.
Do you have a preference, Edgar?
I don't mind. I don't have anything exciting planned. I'm just gonna swipe at them some more.
Okay. Do you want to give them a chance to move, or do you want to preempt whatever they could do? Like, do you want to be proactive or reactive?
Yeah, I'll be proactive, I
Okay.
guess. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna pick Edgar.
Observation roll first, right?
Yeah.
Still
It's
nothing.
a 1.
Oh, buddy.
Buddy!
Oh no!
You have lost track of the coins that were out in the open at this point. You don't know where anything is.
Oh, bud. Oh, buddy.
His eyes were made for bending eyelashes, not following bugs.
Oh my god.
But you do still have your action and your movement.
I mean, I can't see anything. What can I do?
I mean, you can
shriek
attack
for
them.
help. I can attack them even though
No,
I don't
I mean,
see
I'm sorry. I'm saying you could still like prep for an attack or something like that if you want to set a contingency.
Such as if
Like if you get attacked or something like
notice.
that, or if somebody
Sure,
points one
I'll
out to
prepare.
you or something.
I'll prepare for someone pointing it out to me.
Okay, sounds good. What would you like to
Where are
use?
they?
Just like an attack?
I'm preparing my claws. Yeah.
Claw strike? Okay, cool. Who would you like to nominate to go next? I think it's just the monster now, isn't it?
I think it must be the monsters. Yeah.
Calling all the monsters.
Okay,
calling
so
all
no
the
new
monsters.
stones come out. However,
Yay!
Buttermilk, can you roll me a roll really quick? And can those of you outside of the barrier roll me a roll?
I don't remember if I got inside or not. I said I was heading that way. I don't know if I got in.
I think you said you did.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that you said that you did if you'd like to. If not, I can leave you outside. Because you were fairly close to the barrier to begin with, so.
Cool, yeah, I'll be inside then. Yeah.
Okay. A 2.
That's a 4.
Okay, Ronan, what did you get? Or no, you're inside the barrier. Never mind. So both of you take 1 point of damage as they start to nip your ankles.
Ankle biters.
Just little gold coin monsters biting your ankles.
Who took the damage?
Stomped.
Pockets and Buttermilk. I think Buttermilk only has 2 coins left inside the barrier with her.
Yeah.
Pockets, did you want to do anything in particular, like a counterattack, or you want to hold off?
I wish for a counter.
Okay,
Now
very
you
good.
Oh, wait a minute. I have counterattack.
Do you?
Yeah, it was the one that I took
that you
just
picked up?
recently.
Yeah, would you guys both like to do a counterattack?
Yes.
Yeah.
19.
Nice. Pockets,
The
are
dice
you?
has betrayed.
Oh no. Okay, well then you unfortunately miss. But it is a free attack, so it doesn't hurt anything. Buttermilk,
Right.
you are able to squish the one that bit you.
The crystal
Squishy,
die
squishy.
is in timeout.
Squishy.
Betrayal. Who wants to go next?
Can I redeem myself?
Yeah, if
Do
you want to.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna try for a hearty stomp again.
Okay.
I believe in you.
You got it, dude.
You got a
That-
3.
It moves out of the way, buddy. You don't hit it.
I'm starting to think Pockets is feeling sorry for these things.
Or they're getting smarter.
Or they're getting smarter.
Don't feel bad for them. I think they ate a guy.
At least one.
They ate at least one guy.
And there's one.
And a lot of rats.
Do you actually go ahead and give me your observation roll?
That dice is going to time out as well. 5.
Okay, you don't see any extra coins appearing anywhere. Do you want to make a movement?
Being bitten, I think that will motivate Pockets to go into the force field.
Okay, sounds good. Who would you like to nominate to go next?
The critters.
The monsters.
The critters? Are you sure? Okay. You said it! We're doing it! They actually... They start moving in closer, but they do try to bite you, Pockets, and they miss. Buttermilk, give me a roll really quick. Which, by the way, you can still use counterattack when they miss.
Nat 20.
Oof! Yeah, you squish the final coin that fell from your pockets into the dirt. It is dead.
Are you armed with your salt? So you can assault?
Wait a minute, Archibald, are you outside of the force field as well?
I thought I was inside. I don't know if I left when I was trying to trample coins, but there were still some inside with us, right?
There were still some inside with you. That's why I'm asking if you had gone outside or not.
No, I think I'm still inside.
Okay,
Or
cool. Then you are all good.
Or do we want to let the dice? Or do we want to let the dice decide?
Up to you.
Odds I'm still in. Evens I'm out. 15, still in.
Okay, cool. And Pockets, are you using counterattack?
Well, I'm in the force field, so I'm not
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I
about
thought for
being
some reason
attacked.
you were outside the force field.
No, you're good.
Losing track. I'm sorry.
I don't believe I have any ranged weapons. I don't think so. Wait, did I make a note of that?
I unfortunately didn't. I'm no good. I feel like you were a knife, kiddo.
Yeah.
But all of you are now inside of the force field and safe.
Yay!
So,
Hurrah.
what would you like to do? Because they can no longer get in. You have some time to figure out what you want to do.
Thema's facing the wrong way. Like, what are they? Where did they go? What are they?
You're
Archie
just so
tries to-
frazzled.
Yeah.
Archie tries to talk and assist with planning and forgets that he is a goat, and just a bleat comes out.
You're a goat, buddy.
I agree. I think that's a very salient point.
You
Eh. Bah.
they don't do much damage, but darn it, they sting.
There's lots of them. I think that's where they have their strengths. There's just lots of creatures.
Right.
So, like, how do we fight lots of creatures?
Wait. Who? Wait. Mariska, can you do fire things?
No,
like a
that is a
spark?
naturalist thing. I don't have any naturalist skills.
Dang it! Wait, is Ruby a naturalist?
I can use magic strike, but that only hits one at a time.
I think Archie's the naturalist.
Meh.
Seeing how Archie is currently a goat.
Okay, I just
There'll
remembered.
be more animal charades. Oh no.
Oh, I have an idea. Okay, so Buttermilk, you have like flour and stuff, right?
You mean like ingredients?
Yes.
Yeah, I got flour and stuff.
Okay, so powder or stuff that is powder is flammable.
I can light things on fire. I can kindle. I can do that.
Yeah,
There we
flour
go.
is combustible.
Exactly. So if you throw flour and he sparks it, it could be like a widespread fire. And
Or
it does.
you put flour in a little container, light the container on fire, and turn it into a flour-based Molotov cocktail.
I like that better. Do you have said bottle? Do you have a bottle? That's silly of me. I'm sorry.
I mean, I said I was Russian. I suppose it is in my bloodline. Let's go.
Let's go.
Wait.
Did we want to try the salt thing?
Oh,
I mean, I got salt too. We can try
Well,
salt.
Can you try it on one of the ones you squish? See if it does anything.
Yeah, sure. She takes her backpack off and grabs a little pouch of salt and just is like opens the pocket that still has goo in it and sprinkles some salt onto the goo in her pocket.
Congratulations, you have some nicely salted goo. It does nothing.
Salted
not even sizzle. It doesn't
Nope.
even sizzle.
Nope.
Disappointing.
She's gonna take another jar and scoop out more goo and put it back into her backpack. Now we have salt goo.
I want to trust you, but that is gross.
Listen.
No,
I
listen.
think I can
no,
eat that, so I'm fine.
That is a gelatinous creature. I don't think so.
But it is a creature.
It's
and
something.
Therefore could be useful.
What do we think this is?
You never know. I don't know. But you know what? I'm gonna see if that works with something. It might make a really good thickening agent for any stew I put it in. You don't know.
I am never eating your stew again if you put that in there. I draw a line at jelly. That is weird.
He pulls
You
out
don't
her
even know what it
Never had
tastes like.
gelatin?
Mariska, no jelly. Just closes the notebook back.
Oh, I also will not be eating that because I think that still counts as a.
It's a living
creature.
thing. You are vegan.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys have started to notice, by the way, that the coins are inching closer.
So,
Doing that pawing at the dirt thing.
Cocktail.
There might also be one rock moving across the room.
Powder poof.
Yeah,
We'll workshop it.
Flour, like if I just threw the flour, yeah, it would light up, but it wouldn't last very long because it's spread out. So if you're going to throw a flour bomb that is combustible, you're going to want to do something like a Molotov cocktail. So that when you throw it, then it goes, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I can use
I can
blink.
tell that
I
her
can.
southern accent is getting thicker. It means she's a little more nervous.
Oh. I can use blink and throw it down wherever we need to, but I don't know how we will gather them in one place unless we stand in one place and get them all to come to us. That seems like a bad plan. What if we all just climb the rope?
Oh yeah, could we like turtle our way to the rope and just climb?
You
I think
just
we're still
run?
near the rope. Like,
Yeah, you're
I
not that
haven't
far away from the
moved.
rope. You just shot the arrow up there, and it's hanging
Yeah,
from the
I
ceiling.
haven't moved, so that it's still there.
It is,
near me.
however, because it's longer, touching the ground.
Yes.
Guide, real quick. Can I roll them, see if Archie remembers if the job said deal with whatever's in the cave or just get information about it?
Yeah, no. Go ahead and give me a roll. Actually, no, you know what? You don't even need to roll. It would be, if you picked up the piece of paper, it would be in your player journal. Your player journal says that you need to inspect and deal with any monsters in the cave.
Meh. Meh.
Just
Go to Bob's hind leg, just no.
a ram reading a book really quick and shouting at it.
Yeah,
eh.
I know that we need to eradicate the threat, but we don't have the tools to do it. There's nothing wrong with regrouping.
Meh.
I got you, buddy. It's all good. Let's get out of here.
I have a larger concern, but I think it will wait until we get out of the cave. So, cave? Leave?
Mm. Yes.
Archie, are you gonna turn back the human to climb this here rope, or are we gonna have to like wrap it around you and pull you up once we get to the top?
He
Or
turns
you-
right back. Listen, I am living my Animorph's dream, and I'm going to wear the animal suits as long as I can.
Honey, you
Don't-
do
you could
you,
fly
boo boo.
out.
I just need to know if I need to wrap the rope around you so we can haul you up whenever you're done living your best life.
Like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but if he flies out, then he might get stuck in the body of a falcon, and I don't have 12 books to spend on that. Can we climb the rope now, please?
Yeah, I'm also look, it takes 2 AP to do the animal shit, and I just learned healing stuff, and those people are hurt. And I want to use it.
Guide, how would you like us
Bear,
to approach like rope climbing? Would you like it to be just a roll?
I
want-
will let you do so freely. However, the coins have been gathering closer to you, so I do need you to make a dodge roll as you get to the rope.
Dodge roll.
And then you need a roll for climbing the rope?
No, you can just climb. I'll let you do that freely.
Okay. Then that's an 18.
Okay. You are fine. You swan-like spread your arms and leap ballet-like over the coins that have been approaching you, as well as the rock is too far away. He's not a problem.
I too
Majestic.
rolled an 18 to start moving and heading up the rope.
Okay, you're all good too. You similarly, you following Ronan's lead, do a Swan Lake style ballet swan like thing, but you are a much
Grace.
older lady, so it
Oh.
looks very different.
And so much shorter.
Yeah.
So much shorter. Like, y'all don't even understand how this little old lady got ups like that. It just happens.
Crazy vert on that old lady.
I got an 18.
Yeah. Did anybody else
So,
want to roll an
Only
18?
when we're trying to leave.
We're swan
That's when the
laking.
dice cooperate.
We're swan laking.
No, Lakey's the other campaign.
Got my head.
Never.
No, never.
It's comfortable here and the rent is reasonable.
Has to be somewhere,
I've
man.
just redecorated.
That's what that was.
I think I still need pockets and unless you want to anamorph again, in which case you can
No.
avoid the roll.
No.
Mariska's just gonna
Uh.
use blink and get to the rope without having to deal with them. So
I need to learn that move. No, I rolled an 11.
I will say that they very valiantly try to nip at your heels, but are unable to hit you, because 11 is
No, my
bare minimum for a success.
no, my delicate unicorn ankles. No.
Pockets rolled a 17. Gender
Pockets,
fluid.
Swan Laking, like the rest of your friends, you are all good.
Join this
Gender
one,
Swan
Lakey.
fluid dice for the win. That's going to be Pockets' dice from now on. This one.
You
Make
just
a
cursed
note.
yourself.
But you are all
Yes.
able to safely make it to the rope. The coins are moving towards you as you climb, but you are able to climb up the rope where you find the arrow and the magic rope embedded into the tree safely.
I'll pull that shit up as soon as the last person's out.
Yeah, you definitely
Just
start
not
seeing,
giving you a trail.
you see them, like, gathering around the bottom of the rope, but they can't seem to climb it. Despite being oozy little guys, they seem to just kind of tumble back down.
Good,
So
suffer.
are we all up on top now?
Yes, you are all up at top. And it
Y'all
is,
hear-
the sun is starting to set.
You guys hear Buttermilk go, well, butter my biscuit, and then you just hear this. And the rope has spooled itself and is back in her hand.
Nice.
Are we throwing something at them now that they are gathered? I think I lost track of what the plan was.
I can do that, that's fine.
I mean, we can do that if you want to.
We're talking about the Molotov cocktail, I don't know.
Mariska holds
Pulls
up his
out, like,
thumb
a
and kind of
small
does like
bag.
a lighter movement, and there's a little flame at the top of his thumb, and let's light this candle.
And she
Yeah!
pulls out, like, a little bag, and you just see Buttermilk, like, scoop stuff in from another bag, and then is kind of looking, and then scoops some other stuff and kind of shakes it up and ties it and goes, all right, we just lighting it on fire and dropping it, or what we doing?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, light the strings, give it some time.
Poof.
And then she just holds it up and just like, oh, looks about right. And just drops it.
Watches.
So that's a 19. The creatures that had gathered below are all killed by your Molotov flower cocktail.
Yes!
Or should I say
Explosives
Molotov
and
flower
stuff.
sandbag? I don't know how to describe that.
Molotov flower bomb.
There you go. There you
That's what
Flower
we'll call it.
bomb.
Zima's high-fiving anyone who will high-five her.
Oh yeah, no.
Archie can't resist it.
You just see Buttermilk jump as high as she can, and it's just like, yeah.
No, yeah, for Zima it's a low 5, and for Buttermilk it's still a high 5.
Still high.
Yes.
She is 4'9". She is tiny.
Yeah. I forget how tall I said Zima was, but it was something ridiculous.
I think you're like 6'4" or 6'5". You're pretty tall, if I remember correctly.
Oh, right, it was 6'4". I remember, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have you 6'4".
6'4" is a good height.
You had a full foot on her. She is tiny.
Mariska is looking down at the now burning creatures at the bottom of the thing that are actually, as they burn, kind of evaporating. So there's almost nothing left of them after they burn. Ronan figured that out fairly early on in the fight. And he goes, I have one concern I wanted to bring to your attention.
Yeah.
The journal with the body. It said the chest is a trap. We didn't see a chest.
Oh.
So we avoided the trap, yes?
No, I don't think we did.
I think the bugs were the trap.
Yes, but I think these were mimics.
Huh.
And if there is a treasure to be found, we found most of the coins in that little small room, and there were boot prints. I think someone took the chest.
Oh.
Oh. Like those other adventurers that ever since they came back or whatever, there's the bad luck.
Yes. But he said in the journal, he was missing his quill in the second journal.
Hmm.
The shopkeeper was already missing his pen.
Oh no.
And that's
We
where we're
don't
gonna
get
end.
penalties if we don't finish quest, right?
No,
Like, we
you
could
don't.
just go back and
You
be like,
could
this is
just
too hard
leave.
for us.
This is the second time you've actually
Um.
suggested that with the quest. That's amazing to me.
If I may, I do have a quick question.
Yes.
How sunny is it up where we got?
The sun is setting,
Okay.
and you're under tree cover, so nothing,
Cool.
nothing too crazy. But you will need to probably rest for the night and maybe eat some food.
How far away is the village from here?
A couple of hours walk,
Okay.
Ugh.
and that was from the
Fingers
entrance
crossed
of the
our
cave.
horses didn't get eated.
What was that?
Said fingers crossed our horses didn't get eated.
We had them parked at the general store. Oh.
But he's a liar, remember?
Well, this is a great start to Archie's villain arc. It's all I'm saying.
Oh no.
I mean, it's a better start to Archie's bank account, though.
Fact.
Eh?
It's
But would
do I get that money
We'll have
back?
to pay back. Would they have to pay for getting the horse killed unintentionally?
I guess you'll find out
probably
if that
do.
happens.
In
Next
2
episode,
weeks
read the
on
contract.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but I think that's where we should lead it, as you guys realize that the horror may have been unleashed on Ederly.
Oh no.
What if
Told
they
you
evolve
it
to the
was
point of mimicking people?
Told you it was mimics.
You did. You
Called
said
it
it out
from the
loud,
get-go.
and then you guys were like, "Oh, maybe it's this," and you just kept going, and I was like, "No, it's right there."
No, I was on mimic from that point on. I was mimic. It's the mimic. We're gonna fight mimics.
Kyle has never encountered a mimic in pop culture. He has encountered treasure bugs. He's on the same page, man.
All right. Well, we will see you guys in 2 weeks for Monster Hunters, and then next week we have our main campaign, where our players are dealing with the aftermath of the festival, and that.
It's gonna be fun.
And just the festival, nothing else.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still great. Lakey's still fine.
Like he's awesome.
Lakey's
And
still got to
at-
go do his arm wrestling competition. I don't know what you mean.
Like he's living his best life.
Like, you don't gotta do nothing.
True. But we will see you guys next week for that, and I hope you guys all have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Nighty night. Don't let the coin bugs bite.
Ah!
Why are you like this?